Welcome back, everyone. Today we have some fun Halloween Horror Nights updates for you guys. We actually have some new merch finally. It's been a little while. Also, anybody that's been interested in the art food booth, yeah, that just came in today. We have a few updates around the park. It's probably gonna be a little bit of a quicker one, not too many updates, but definitely some things to cover, specifically more food booths and more merchandise. Now, before we get inside, again, we are looking to hit 7,000 subscribers by opening night. We are super close at this point. You guys have been killing it. I know some of you guys said you think it's gonna be 8,000. I don't think so, but I'm always on board to get a little ambitious. Either way, if you don't mind, consider subscribing to the channel. We're super close. And yeah, I don't know, here we go. Back at Universal, another day of Halloween Horror Nights updates. I do think we might be getting close to not daily updates, maybe every other day, depending on what they end up doing. But for now, again, we're here every single day. We're here nice and early. Everybody is flooding into the park. I think finally the backside of the park is open. It doesn't open till about 10. I think we are just right around there right now. Man, I don't know what is going on with those, but it was so slow. There was 5 people in front of me. It took almost a minute a person to get them checked in. And then for me, it even took a minute. I don't know, that was a bad, maybe they had a bad machine or something. All right, we do have some stuff happening right up front here. Nothing on this truss, but there is a little action over here on these trusses. They have added these kind of cobblestone sidings over here to the truss, as you can see. Both of these trusses have them. This one does not, and like I said, the entry facade one does not either. But again, these are newly installed, not totally finished. It looks like here a few things kind of messed up. Same thing on this side, as you can see. We have them both over here. We are going to head to the right once again today. Now, mostly I'm heading this way because we have a few small updates inside of Hollywood. Again, more greenery for the most part, but I want to show you guys the merchandise because, again, a lot of you guys have been looking for merchandise. I think we have Wyatt 6 merchandise, new Wyatt 6 merchandise. And then I know we have, I think, actually another 5 nights, which is super ironic. I didn't know until I was like here that we had the extra merchandise. And here I am wearing my 5 nights shirt here. I think we have like a few other like small pins and things like that, and we might have like a general like themed shirt to the event, like with the conservatory. Another day of me pointing out these lights blinding me walking in, because why not? Let's see here. These do look to be the same for the gates, but I want to look a little bit over here. Actually, looking at the backside, I think they added even more vines and greenery here for sure. I definitely think they've added more. I don't remember it being completely covered all the way to the top. I mean, not too much, but definitely I think there might be a little bit more added from yesterday. The stages themselves don't look to have too much different here. One thing I do want to point out that they have now kind of like tightened these up. So my guess is they have been testing them down. Oh my gosh, those fingers? Or are they like worms, like larvae or something? Uh-oh. I think the plot has thickened. What is going on? Now that I see like those little worm pieces, something disgusting is going on. It looks to be pretty much the same here. Again, they might be testing at night. Before we check out the merchandise, I do want to check out this stage right here, because this is kind of the big one that I was seeing. You could see already all of the greenery going on. And there it is. Look at all that. This one looks so good. This is probably my favorite stage here. Again, I think I like the balcony style. You have a ton of vines sticking off now. This is completely covered. And it's like, I mean, if you go back just a week, you could see how this was completely bare, nothing here. And now like it looks like it's been overgrown. Like all of these details really make it look like it has been brought to life inside of this theme. I really like this. Again, this one looks super good. All right, what we are going to do is head in, check out some of the merchandise here. Let's go see the new merchandise. I don't know where it is in here. So it looks like they put the long sleeve Wyatt 6 shirt back here where the other ones were. So this is now a long sleeve if you guys are interested in that. And you can see right there, there with Bray Wyatt in the back, and then on the back side you do have Wyatt 6 with the WWE logo. Again, this is a super cool one because really the only thing for Halloween Horror Nights is down there at the bottom. So if you guys just like generic kind of like Wyatt 6 merch, you get a lot of that here with the flare at the bottom there. And then on the back side again, you have the big logo with, again, WWE. So I think it's actually a really nice shirt. Also, it's very light. So for like a long sleeve, very thin, it feels very breathable. So if you guys are looking for something a little lighter with a long sleeve, this is a good option if you guys see this online or when you're here. Again, very light. I should also point out that we do have, again, full stock here on the shirts. I believe every size is in stock. I can't tell what these middle ones are. I'm seeing small and then it jumps up to 2X actually. So I don't know, but we also do have a lot of the Lil Boo shirts. I haven't really mentioned these. I know some of you guys have been asking about them. Lil Boo is good to go. Look at this. We have a pin set as well, or a little button pack rather, for Mel's if you guys are interested. And then we actually have a snow globe here. You can see it is double-sided. That is what it looks like there. Pretty cool, but it's like blood instead of snow, as you can see. And not totally easy to be able to pick up on camera. There's not a ton in there either, but it does look pretty good. Now here's some of our general merchandise. And again, we knew about this gargoyle we've been seeing around. Excited to see more and more come out here, but this is a nice little photo frame. If you guys are looking for something like that, does it have a stand? It does, a little like wooden stand back there. And then you have this shirt here, which is kind of like torn up top, kind of like shorter on the bottom there. But that looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the theme. That is kind of what we've been using for a lot of the things we've seen around the park right there. Kind of that vibe, and all of the announcements use that kind of design. I wish the gargoyle was there, which is fine, but yeah, I like that. It's definitely a different type of shirt design. But this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. I like this. This is definitely gonna be picked up. Look at that gargoyle design right in front of the stained glass. Kind of destroyed up there. Absolutely beautiful. I love this one a lot. And thankfully, both of the shirts feel pretty light. Take a look at this though as well. This pin actually is pretty insane. The eyes here actually glow almost a little bit. It looks like they're like little rubies, but they shine off of the light here. It's kind of hard to see if it's coming through on camera, the reflection. And then down here, you have this little dangly bit that says Halloween Horror Nights 2025. There we go, get it to focus there. But they are pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. This is some sweet merch. And any pin collectors, I think, are really gonna like those. But again, this shirt, that's a hit for me. And then for 5 nights over here, looks like we have these patches, which are pretty nice if you guys like to add patches to any of your jackets or shirts there. And we have kind of like these lanyard kind of pass holder pieces here. And this is actually like, it feels metal. It's actually really nice quality, and you could see Freddy right there, Halloween Horror Nights. Obviously, you'd put your own in there, but this is really nice quality. Like I said, this feels like legit, like a badge. Very, very nice actually. And then the last thing we have right here is the final 5 night shirt that we have for merch today. Again, I actually kind of like this one more than the one that I'm wearing right now. It is a little heavier, not super heavy, but definitely a little heavier than the other ones, which means it could maybe hold up more. Got to be careful on that fraying that they use on the top. I know that's part of the design, but sometimes that can start to really split. But on the edges, you can see that is what they use on the sleeves, and again, the collar there, it's kind of that frayed design. And then 5 nights right there. That looks really good though. Now don't forget, we are gonna be checking in on the food booths in just a little bit here. Again, I think we have 1, maybe 2. Actually, I think we have 1 over here. So we are gonna hit 1 here in just a minute. And again, I know a lot of you guys were looking forward to the Clown Cafe, and they brought it here, obviously. I think they were going to. Nothing going on over in Battery Park that I can see. But yes, we have that. I don't know what's on the bridge, but we do have something that appeared on the bridge as well. But you do have to wait till 10 a.m. to get over there. So we'll go check in on that in just a second. I am gonna take a look through Crooked Lane, see if anything new is happening, any extra details to the house, I mean, anything like that. Let's go see. Still no extra pumpkins hooked up yet. I am a little surprised by that. I'm wondering if they're doing testing or not. I mean, they're clearly doing testing on these front ones, but that seems to be it. I know it literally doesn't matter at all, but did this sign point a different direction? I feel like it was the other way, like, but not really. Like, I thought the arrow was up top. Did they switch the sign? I don't know. And I know it doesn't matter literally at all. But like, to me, I'm like, I thought it was like the arrow was up top, not on the bottom. But we do have some stuff added over here now to the house. I mean, what in the world is happening here? This looks like they are doing so much. I don't think I've ever seen so many details added to a scare zone. And when I talk about details, I'm talking about every little thing. We're talking this little piece right there of the cat and the ghost. We're talking about this little bag. Inside of the bag, it looks like we have some junk. We have some flippers. We have a skate. We have a little car there. We have what looks to be a gas tank, a little funnel. We have this, like, I don't know if this is either like a shawl of sorts or if this is like a blanket, a little helmet. Like, there are so many little things they have added to the scare zone. I would say they have to have hundreds, if not thousands, of pieces added to the scare zone. But on top of that, they have brought it to life. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Whoa. It's giving Toy Story vibes. I feel like they just like, I don't know, they always get it, right? If there's a baby head on like anything that shouldn't have a baby head, I feel like everybody's just like, it's Sid and Toy Story. Either way, it looks like these are going to be big speakers here for whatever show or thing is about to happen on this stage. Man, I'm so excited. So excited. I still want to see what happens right there. Something has to be happening. Also, it looks like the poop there has kind of trickled out. You know what though? I think it's dirt. Now that I'm looking at it, it might be dirt. I don't know, because I think these might, you know, look like twigs and stuff. So it might be dirt. It looked like poop at first. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's dirt. But yeah, this looks super good. They started to add these little barrels to the top here. We now have a jack-o'-lantern up here. Man, this is so good. Over here again, you have more of these little details. Just we have gas buckets. We've got more barrels. We've got this little trap thing, which I feel like we've seen for years now. A backpack. More speakers over here on the side. It looks like they might have angled this a little bit. Does this look different at all? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Looks like the siding has been all finished up. We did see them nailing this down, or maybe it was just kind of that like little scrim piece there. Can we see inside still? So that wood is actually just a platform maybe down there, because now it's actually kind of aligned. So it looks like things are just kind of cleaned up. We do have wiring hooked up right here that kind of wraps down and hooks up here. It looks like we have a doorway in for our scare actors. Again, we have the electrical ran into the actual building here. So we definitely will be having a show. You can see the wiring here on the side as well. So that comes down over to the speakers. My guess is, again, we're gonna have this hooked up. It's gotta be doing something. They're not just gonna have that there for no reason, right? Still emptied out over here. No food booths yet on the back side. Keeping an eye on that though for sure. Something's gotta pop up here in the next week. Now from back here, you can actually see the back side of the food booth. So we're gonna go see if we can see that. So taking a look, it looks like they're coming a little further out here even on the bridge. So they are making their way slowly but surely. We should hopefully again be done in the next week or two, I would think. Again, I'm not certain by any means, but definitely looks like they're making some good headway here. Also, I'm here so early today. I think you guys are gonna be getting this video earlier than normal. Most of the time they've been coming out anywhere between like 3 to 4. They might be coming out, or at least today's video might come out around 1 or 2, depending on how quick I get home, get this edited, and then I have to get back to work. But yeah, it might be an early one for you guys today. There is work being done here on the bathrooms. I hear like drilling and stuff still. Is it the extra, you hear it? There it goes. It's like a drill and like, I don't know, something happening. But here we go. Next food booth doesn't seem to be themed. You guys will have to let me know in the comments. Is this a themed food booth to something, or is this generic? Oh, you know what? This is probably a Jason food booth would be my guess. Kind of a cabin style. Yeah, so I kind of took a lap around. I think this is going to be a Jason food booth. Again, you have kind of like a cabin door here. You do have the vines for the conservatory, it looks like. No menus yet. Again, hopefully we'll get those very, very soon. But I like it. Again, I like the other ones more just because I think this is a little generic for me, but I get the vibe and I understand it. I should be pointing out that we do have speakers out here. I think they've been out here for a little while along this pathway here. Also, no movement yet for the bar over here. Not sure we're getting it up this way. Maybe, maybe not. I do feel like we typically get a bar out here, but again, with the party zone, are they redoing it? I mean, it would make sense that it's so close that they would just add it there. Now again, they ran electrical right here, and currently it's just used for this little truss with lights. I feel like there's a lot of electrical to only use one small truss with lights. So my guess is something else has to be getting powered through here. Could be just running power, as you can see over here, you know, down into this strip, which again lends me to think that we're gonna have some sort of bar over there. But again, you have so much more power here than they need for one truss with, again, like 6 lights. A pass here through, again, Club Horror, and we've got nothing new as of right now. I should also let you guys know, we have now seen every single Fast and Furious. We did it like a few weeks ago, but yeah, we knocked those out in like a week and a half. Actually kind of liked them. There was, I think 9 was not my favorite, but the rest I actually thought was pretty good. The bigger surprise to me was that Nicole was so into them. Again, she might be more into Fast and Furious than I am, to be honest with you. I don't know. She will be with me here this weekend, so future videos, at least a few of them, we're gonna have Nicole in them. Again, just a busy week with work for both of us. Schedules just are off right now. It's just been, again, pretty insane. Thankfully, we're getting a little bit more synced up here, so she should be in the next few videos, or at some point, depending on when we release them, she'll be in them. Updates, maybe not as much, but again, we have some other things pertaining to HHN that she will be in. So thankfully, again, I think in the next 2 to 3 videos, you guys should see her back. You know what I was just thinking? We're getting a lagoon show again this year. Do you think we're gonna have the drones? Like, do you think they'll do like drone displays as well? Since again, they've done like drones for Sensational. It'd be kind of cool, right? Like you could put like big characters up in the sky on the drones as well. I mean, they utilize again the screen projections on the buildings and again the fountains. The only thing that they don't do is the fireworks and the drones from Sensational. And now that the drones are back, maybe we get drones. Now again, I think today was going to be a little bit more of a shorter video. And like I said before, I think we're kind of getting a little thin on updates recently. We will be here as long as they are here. But like I said, not as many things just because there's so much out at this point. I think we'll have one more tomorrow with the final food booths to show up. So these little black holes that we have right here and down there, they actually have them on both barrels. That one's now sticking out. And I'm thinking they're gonna like shoot water out or like mist or do something. Because at this point, why would they put them there? Like there's no reason to put them there unless they're like meant to be used. At first I was like, are they like air holes? It's like, no, because these don't have any air holes. So like something has to be pertaining to those. I think they're gonna shoot something out. Don't think I am seeing anything here inside of New York, not right now. So I think that's it for most of these scare zones. Again, we're gonna check the entry scare zone. We're gonna go take a look at the food booth. Still waiting to see what happens here. Very cool. All right, let's head over here to the next food booth. I'm gonna see if any other details have been added to these two. I don't think so though. You know what? They did add the lights up there. Now you can see up on the corners, they did add lighting. So that is up there. We'll check on this one. So I don't think they added any lights here, but I think they extended the vine work here to go up a little further. So that way it doesn't just like have a harsh stop, which some of them do. But this looks to kind of like wrap around kind of more properly. But again, no lights up there. Now right here, this is what everybody has been looking forward to. And they have it front and center. Look at this. I'm just gonna do a one shot here on the peel out. Look at that, Clown Cafe. There you go. It is here. Right up front. Looks pretty good. So now, because we have this here, we have Fallout over there, WWE, maybe Jason. At this point, it's kind of looking like maybe they're not doing a food booth inside of Sting Alley. Let's get a little bit of a closer look here. Once again, no menus, not yet. Up top, you can see the lights. So my guess is these are going to light up at some point here for you guys. They'll have some lighting fixtures here. I don't know what we're getting for menu items here. I'm gonna guess it's gonna look really bizarre. If you guys remember from a few years ago, we had that Rice Krispie that was like meant to look like a brain or like guts or something. I guess we're gonna get a lot of that here. A lot of like red food dye to kind of like make it look bloody, but maybe not. I don't know, you guys will have to let me know. Again, I haven't seen Terrifier. I've been doing my research as far as like watching people's reviews and kind of getting kind of the story of it. So I am starting to get a little bit more up to pace, but again, if you guys have any thoughts on what they might be putting here, let us know in the comments. Help everybody out. Let's start some rumors here, you know? But it looks really good. I like this. Again, front and center, right up here, right off of the main path. And the saddest part of the video, heading towards the exit for our last scare zone. I don't know if there's any updates over here. We're about to find out. And I do want to point out just really quickly, one more time, Rip Ride closes August 18th. If you want to ride, it has to be August 17th or before. Don't forget it. Now, I need to do a sincere apology about right here because somebody walked by yesterday and they said, that's the Fallout one. And I said, this isn't the Fallout area. This is the entry scare zone. And then somebody in my comments was saying that these right here, these little logos, people are now thinking they pertain to the IP houses. So I look like an absolute bozo being like, well, this isn't Fallout. This is, you know, Origins of Horror. No, they were probably way right and I was super wrong. So I apologize if whoever that was overheard me. You watch my videos, I am so sorry because you're right. They are all different and I'm gonna show that now. So people are trying to guess what these little symbols are. Let's go on the back side. You know what? I think it's actually harder to see here. So if you look at this one, I would say it kind of looks like Freddy, maybe, right? Like it looks like the bear. So maybe this one pertains to Freddy. And this one over here has two of them, and it has these three circles there. I don't know, could it be Terrifier because there's three of the movies? Or you know what, it could be Fallout. There's three vaults in Fallout, but then there's another one, unless it doesn't matter that there's two of them. But Fallout has three vaults, right? You have 31, 32, 33. So that could be why that one has it that way. Now this one, I have no idea. Completely different design. I'm trying to think. You guys are gonna have to help from here. I know people are pointing things out, you know, as far as like What it could be, I don't know. Could this be Terrifier for some reason? I don't know. Or like Jason, I don't know. Why it's 6, maybe. This kind of looks pseudo maybe-ish like their logo with like the circle and the, you know, maybe, I don't know. I might be grasping at straws here, but, and then you have this one right here. And I don't know what that one is either. It looks like two things kind of coming together. Maybe like the Jason mask. That's my thought, right? Because it kind of like looks like his eyes there. So maybe we don't have Terrifier in here. What do you guys think? Let me know. This is just what I had heard online and looks like it might be the case. Also, this is the back side of this little podium. I think this is the only other one that we would have something maybe. And I would think this would have to be Terrifier, but I'm not seeing it, guys. You guys are gonna have to let me know. Investigative work, you know, Avengers Assemble here. We need to all put our minds to it because I don't know. That is it for our HHN update today. I need some help. What do you guys think about those Easter eggs? Do you think they are? Like, some of them look like they definitely could be, right? When I look at the Fallout one, I'm like, that kind of looks like it could be the 3 vaults. I look at the Freddy one, I'm like, it kind of looks like Freddy and kind of the whole design. The other ones, I think I'm reaching a little bit. The Jason one, maybe. Also, again, I need to apologize. Whoever that was and said it was probably Fallout, that's what I think you were pointing to because it was right over in that area, and I do apologize. That is on me. You guys were not thinking that the scare zone was Fallout. You were thinking that that was like the little Easter egg, and you guys are way smarter than I am. I am sorry again. Either way, hopefully you guys had fun with me here today. Let me know what you guys think about those Easter eggs. How do you think the food booths are gonna turn out this year? What kind of items are we getting over at Terrifier? So many questions I have today after today's update. But you know what? They're good questions to have. I'm sure we'll be back tomorrow for more Halloween Horror Nights updates pertaining to the food booths. I think still, we'll see. Hopefully we get the rest of them here. I'm super curious about Sting Alley at this point. I just don't know what's going on. Either way, if you did have fun with me here today, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. I don't know about Sunday, but we'll see. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here.